3, 2, 1. Welcome everybody to the SPPD Procast, coming to you live with SDNW. What's up, man?
How's it going?
And we also got, for the first time on the podcast, OniChris, who does not own a webcam. So it's just going to be a picture of his new kid today. How you doing, OniChris, the fearless co-leader of NAMBLOS? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right, man. Thanks for having me.
Glad to have you, man. Glad to have everybody on the Procast. All right, how's everybody doing tonight? All you guys watching, Cap, Jibman, Emily, how you guys doing? Don't forget, !Q, add, and then add your question. Add your questions for the end of the stream. But we're going to go ahead and get started talking about new stuff involved with South Park Phone Destroyer. One of the new things that's coming is going to be beta testing. How many of you guys signed up? SDNW, you sign up? Oni, did you sign up?
Yeah, I signed up like as soon as I saw the link.
I haven't signed up yet, but I'm gonna I plan on it. What do you guys think about it? You think it's is it gonna be a whole different app that we have to download, or do you think we can just pick the server or something somehow?
It'll be a different app. I almost guarantee it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The same. Probably a whole nother app.
Because when you think about it, games like World of Warcraft, that's the only, I think WoW is like the only one I'm familiar with beta, or WoW and Overwatch are the only ones I'm familiar with beta testing for. And while it's a separate server, it'll almost have to be a different app for the mobile thing. I don't think there's a way that they could do it. So
like some kind of extension off of it, like a different login.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, the only thing that I could think is right on that login, maybe instead of like when it says like your Google login or something, right around that time it says like normal or beta based on your account. So you click your account, and if it's in the beta, then it'll say like normal beta. But I feel like that would be a little bit too complicated. So it probably will be, maybe they send us an APK or something like that, or they have a specific. I don't know if you can have things on the App Store like hidden or private, where you like need a link or something. But it should be pretty fun. It'll definitely help the game as a whole, just simply because the amount of us that will be able to test are way more than they can pay people to test. And there's plenty of us who will test the shit out of it just because we want to, and we want to break things and try to find out cool stuff before anybody else does.
Yeah, exactly. I've been saying they need to let us do the beta testing since the BFU happened when they had the hyperdrive bug come out, and I was like, you know what, if you guys aren't gonna fucking test things, let me add it, man. I'll go at it. I will make sure that no hyperdrive bugs get through.
For sure.
Yeah, I spent so many friendlies with Bounce for him to get his website together. I put on my reason to be in the beta. I was like, I don't know, I helped Bounce a few times. Like, could I just be in?
You know what I put on my application for my reason for why I should be a beta tester? Because I'm SDNW. I mean, I went into a little more depth about why I should be a beta tester, but my first point was I'm SDNW.
That's kind of what I was gonna do. I was just gonna be like, it's me, guys. Come on, let me in. Yeah. But I'm curious how many people it's gonna be. Since you had to apply, I'm not sure if that means that they're just trying to keep the trolls out completely or what, or to try to maybe keep people who would leak all the information out.
Yeah,
I'm kind of curious if it's going to be all like top player, top legendary players, like you would do for like a beta testing Street Fighter with pro players, or if they want it to be like more casual and have like silver shields in there.
That's true. With the application, could have been silver shields.
I would hope that it's all higher ranked people that have a real firm grasp on everything.
Yeah, but when it comes to like new cards and game mechanics, I'd say for sure that the better players should do it. But if they ever change like progression or something, then maybe some newbies wouldn't be too bad. But at this point, it'd be so impossible to implement something like that without a riot from everybody. So, but I think it's good that they're going this way. That means they're getting.
Who knows what it's even gonna be?
Yeah, I'm hoping that we'd see cards before they come out, and some like new event types that they need to figure out, so they're going to beta test them. That'd be cool to see some new stuff.
I'm curious what they will do for level options, so that different levels can be tested for different cards to see where balance fits into things over the course of time.
Oh, that's true.
Because if they just let us do things in, say, friendly mode, I don't think friendly mode is a fair representation of the state of the game. So.
Right. They might just give the account hella mats and stuff to be able to upgrade whatever we want to. So I guess it'll just depend. I've had one game where there's a test realm, and every time there's a test realm, they give everybody on it different stuff. And then eventually, if you test enough, then you have like a fully built character to test with. So it's pretty cool.
I think it's especially exciting just to have like that window of, I guess, conversation with Red Links at all, instead of just being like a majority upvote on Reddit or something. Now it seems like they're going to listen a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Because along with this, there'd have to be some sort of feedback setup where the people who beta test it can give, solid feedback more than just like a message on Discord saying what they, like legitimate ticketing system or something like that. They might have to do in order to help us out as much as we can.
It would be a waste of time otherwise.
For sure. All right, so let's switch over from the beta testing to something that maybe should have been beta tested, the Enrage mechanic. I'm just kidding. It seems pretty good. So what do you guys think?
I think it's a nice little touch. It's a good one that they use for a lot of different ways. So it's I'm definitely for it. More changes to the game, more abilities and things like that, better. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back.
The cat messing and stuff. Yeah, I think Enrage is pretty cool. A lot of other card games have an Enrage mechanic. Take damage and stuff changes. I'm kind of sad that the first iteration of it was just a bigger Friar Jimmy. I wish it could have been something more, substantial and cooler. But we could
just wait until it's an attack boost.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's what everyone's thinking,
Attack boost, maybe an AOE damage around you or something. But yeah, Oni, what kind of Enrage cards would you like to see? What kind of stats or options would be cool?
I mean, if you were like doing a little bit of a different variant from Enrage, it would be cool to get a Death Wish kind of Enrage, where like once Kenny dies, he comes back as Mysterion or whatever. Just comes back as a stronger card.
SDNW, I fucked up. There you are. Yeah, it'd be cool to see like a full transformation happen on an Enrage, or like you said, like a kind of a Death Wish sort of thing where he comes back and stuff, like something like that.
Even outside of Death Wish, like just finding a way for Butters to get to whatever fantasy version of Professor Chaos is, like midfield.
Oh yeah.
I was just gonna say that this would be a great way to do Captain Diabetes.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah, when he goes half health,
full Hulk mode. Yeah.
Stab himself with some insulin, and then go Hulk. And then everybody he hits gets fucking knocked back like 10 times more than PC Principal. Yeah, there's some sweet Enrage mechanics. I think it might have been Irish that mentioned this on Facebook. Sword or Shield Maiden should be switched to be Enrage, and the shield goes off on Enrage or something like that, and make it stronger or something. Because we were talking about how shitty Shield Maiden is.
I don't know. Shield Maiden, I don't think is that bad, really. If she's used right, she can be a real pain in the ass.
Yeah, I've lost to a few.
I think she's one of those cards that people just really don't play to their full potential. They get baited into using their shield way too easily. Yeah, people use it way too early, from my experience too. You really should just save it till you're about to die at the end. Yeah. But it's great that you can click it and it'll go off before Aerostorm hits. Yeah, I've had it to really fuck me over with my Stand of Many Moons. So I'll have like stand charge there, and she'll be hitting. I know that there's no time that I can push the button to kill her with it. Right. So I either have to just sacrifice the ability or sacrifice Stan. It's either way. It's pretty good counter to Stand of Many Moons, I think, if used right. Oh, there's one. Enrage gains flying. That'd be interesting.
That'd be cool.
That would be
somebody blasts
cool,
off and takes off.
OP, I think.
That'd be pretty strong, yeah.
It's
I'm trying.
interesting that they.
Human kite mechanic right there on
There you go.
Enrage.
There you
Make
go.
the entire superhero theme all Enrage.
I don't mean to veer away too much, but I was going to go back to just the new mechanic at all. It's kind of interesting that all the newer cards have been like a whole new thing to the game, like Imp Tweak having the warp, and then Priest Craig knocking out your spells. Like, seems like most of the new cards have had an entirely new mechanic.
Yeah, and they've been kind of like big things too. 30 seconds without a spell, that is a big effect for that card. I don't know how he is on the body when he's like level 5 or 6. If he's worth a damn at all, but decent at 5.
That's what I should start requesting. Did I just request PCP or did I not make my request? Nope, I requested PCP. I think maybe I'll start doing Youth Pastor Craig. I don't know.
Maybe you guys already talked about this in a previous podcast, but if Imp Tweak was like 4 energy, or even if they managed to get him at 3 energy, he'd be OP as shit. It's game breaking.
He'd be OP at 4.
Yeah, 4 would be strong. And the biggest issue is that honestly, his move makes so many bugs happen that it's just ridiculous. Because I froze somebody before they switched, and then when they switched, they were frozen forever.
Yeah,
forever.
Sometimes status effects don't hit him at all. Like if Hook Hand hits him during the warp animation, he comes out just fine. He's all fucked up all over the place.
Yeah, it's like a weird invincibility. Yeah, it's pretty cool though, I gotta admit.
Another one of those cards that'd be really OP if they were reduced by like 1 cost would be Incan Craig. Like, people don't give Incan Craig enough love because no one has him at a high level, but when you start seeing like level 4 Incan Craig coming out from David and stuff, it's just like, dude. It's like the Stand of Many Moons only in a straight line. It's instant and strong and just terrifying to deal with.
Yeah, I just got my second Incan on my Adventure Locked, so I have him level 2 on both accounts now.
Nice. Yeah,
there's a lot of cards whose mechanics, if they weren't like there are a few common cards that have. Where the fuck was I going with this? I guess people don't give them credit because nobody uses them.
Right, like Leaderboard. I mean, he needed the buff, but Leaderboard at level 6 was like previously was probably pretty good, but just nobody had him at level 6 because he was so trash up until that point. And same with
he used to be Meta Man way back in the day. He used to be a meta card. You'd see all the Asians running him.
So it's weird breaking the meta. I mean, I guess if you're off meta, that's, I don't know. I'd be interested to see, and I don't mean to take it all the way back, but if during the beta testing, if it includes something like common cards being viable again, and like how to make that work.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if they gave us like, like control where we could kind of decide how to test it. I'm worried that they're gonna keep us too chained in on the testing, like force us to do certain things, like you were saying, only friendly or something.
They'll listen to feedback. That's the biggest thing, is if they listen to feedback, we'll be able to chime in more and have a more direct mode of conversation with the devs. So
for sure.
It's hoping.
All right, anything else to say about Enrage? Oh, I did it again. I keep minimizing you. Anything else to say about Enrage, guys? Any other cards? I was trying to think what Enrage I could think would be good for an assassin card, but it would be almost impossible to ever trigger. It would have to be so strong.
Yeah.
But I just don't know. I'm wondering if an Enrage will ever be like a negative. Like, let's say a card is really, really strong when it's not enraged, and then once it becomes enraged, it weakens or something. Like maybe it stops in place and it like Zen Cartman taunts everybody or something. Maybe it's like That'd be cool. It'd be a headhunter that goes headlong, and then once he gets half, he stops and taunts or something.
Yeah, that would kind of force you to play some more like Hallelujah or whatever, more healing cards on him. It's a good idea.
To keep him away from Enrage instead of trying to trigger the rage, which would be kind of interesting.
One of the things I was thinking about with Enrage is how it potentially makes regen a decent choice in comparison to Hallelujah.
Right, because you could keep triggering it.
Yeah, but with regen, you can hover at a low amount of health for a longer period of time rather than like my Hallelujah heals for 1,000. There's
right.
no way.
Well, what you could do is, like let's say AQR gets on Priest Maxi, and then you regen right when he gets there, and then like if each tick is perfect, that's like what? How many ticks does regen actually get off?
I don't think the Enrage would double up or anything like that.
Well, that's what his does. His does. If you trigger it over and over, it doubles and doubles and doubles and doubles. Or not double, but plus 10, plus 10. Yeah, that's how it works.
Intentionally? Like, is that
on
purpose?
I'm serious.
Fuck you, Siri.
Are you serious? I'm not only serious. I'm HIV positive. Oh man, that's great.
God damn it.
But yeah, so if you had him popping 2, so if at base level he pops 2 heal, and then it goes up to another 4. So every time it enrages again, it would go up by 4. So it would be 6, 10, 14, 18.
Dude.
Could be strong.
Dude. That could be really strong.
Yeah, which is probably why he doesn't heal himself.
Yeah, I am planning on running him as it is already. Once he's released and I can level him, up to 5.
Oh wow.
That could be fun. I played him in my Adventure Lock deck because I got a copy. It wasn't very good.
Yeah.
Doesn't work at level 1. But Cox at level 1 in the Adventure Lock deck works just fine because it still takes 1 shot to hit him.
Him. I had the bright idea of running Maxi while I was like rank 13. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take out Stand of Many Moons and just go full Mystic, and of course I ended up getting shit stomped like immediately. Stand of Many Moons is just too damn strong, man.
Yeah, he really is.
Too OP. It literally carries me.
Have you guys already talked about on here, like strongest card in the game? Or are you saving that?
Not really. Talked about it or saving it, but yeah, we can talk about it. What's the strongest single card in the game?
Stand of Many Moons or Mecha Timmy?
I'd say Mecha Timmy. Yeah. I mean, I don't even use him, but probably Mecha. If used right, Mecha's too strong.
I would say just simply because Stand of Many Moons, eventually he's going to walk to the other side and get killed. Eventually.
Yeah.
Mecha can stay on the map the entire game. So I would say Mecha would definitely be the
Mecha
strongest.
Timmy is every time that I am beaten. Every time someone can like beat me regularly, they're running Mecha Timmy. Guaranteed. I can go even, win some, lose some with some people that are like at my level of card levels and stuff like that and everything. But if they have Mecha Timmy, they automatically have this huge boon over me. It's just such a strong card. He really needs a range reduction on his. Yeah,
he's pretty long.
Still be OP even with the range reduction.
Do you not have room for Purify in your deck?
I could put Purify in my deck, but why would I?
Well, yeah, I mean, it only lasts a few seconds, and he's just going to do it again. Really, you'd need to run something to kill him. If you're not Adventure with a Lightning Bolt, rough. Yeah, Powerbind would probably be. But even still, he's one of the greatest range in the game because of the knockback.
And he can sit there and outlast Powerbind just fine. So I've got Powerbind and Unholy Combustion. I would like to run Lightning Bolt, but I give everyone my Lightning Bolt since the start, so I am at like level 4-0 Lightning Bolt. So there's no way I'm gonna get it to 6 where I need it.
Yeah, it sucked for a while when my Lightning Bolt didn't kill a level 3 mecha. That was the worst.
now I get people level 6 Lightning Bolting my Stand of Many Moons, and then I res him with Pope Timmy, and then they Unholy Combust him, and I'm just like, dude, you guys are such fucking bastards.
Dude, that would be my deck.
David, if you're listening, David, go to hell.
That would be my deck, dude. You should have seen the game. I went up against Haze Demon, and I just knew the Mimsy was coming. I just UC'd him every time he played him.
Yeah,
it was so funny.
For sure. It's good. It's fun when you know people play a specific way like that, and you can just be like, "Yep, countered."
Waiting on it. I'm not gonna use because he played something else that most people would maybe UC. I can't remember what it was, but I was like, "Nope, not using it there."
Yeah.
It's always a good time.
New Venom is another one that you just like eventually learn how to play against, and That's it. Once you learn how to play against him, you just sit there and you're like, yep, you're about to get trolled for the next 3 minutes, man.
All right, let's move on to talk about another one of the newest changes, the event leaderboard, and what we think about that. I'll start with this one. I don't think it matters at all, and I don't think they can ever implement it in a way that will ever matter, in my opinion.
I will never be on it because if you care about your rank, you are immediately dropping your event deck the second it's over. Yep. So, yeah, I will never be on it, ever, period. You'll never see me play an event deck beyond the event.
You know, I just read before coming on here maybe an hour or two ago that apparently some people are, like, on the top are just running scripts on their computer with BlueStacks for, like, automatic matches in a certain way over and over and over and over.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you could easily do that.
I guess, yeah. I mean, you'd pretty much only be winning free games, though.
Eventually, they're going to come. Eventually, free games are going to come.
Yeah.
And plus, even still, all of that for 5 fucking epic cards.
Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't be worth it even to set something
exactly.
like that
up. For sure. For sure. I was looking at the rewards on there, and I'm like, not
That's
worth my time.
It's easily done in one locker limit. Easily, like, I mean, the 5 epics you could or couldn't get the 5 epics, but you get enough PvP tickets from a locker limit probably to buy that many epics. So it's kind of the same.
Yeah, easily.
And yeah, the only people, I mean, I didn't recognize a single fucking name on that list. A single name.
Number 1 was Silver Shield, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume so. I mean, I could probably do it with my Adventure Lock account if I had all day to play, because, like, I have like an 80% win rate with that when I'm in Silver, but no way, man, no way. Maybe if it was 5 legendaries, maybe it's 50 legendaries, even 5 isn't enough. The no-lifers that are out there playing it, or like you said, just scripting it, which I guess would be possible. Probably not too hard. You could hotkey it, I guess, but you'd have to set it.
I've got some decent experience scripting with Diablo 3, and I was actually just thinking that if I had my account on Android, I could totally write a script and bot the shit out of it, because the amount of free wins I get just being like who I am. Like if I wrote a script where I would just drop, say, card number 1 in my hand and continue to play from there, just, you know, whatever card, just every like few seconds, I could probably write a script where I could actually maybe even win some matches just with the level of my cards, where I could win matches and easily bot the shit out of it. But
oh yeah,
alas, I'm on iOS, so no botting for me. But if anyone wants to purchase my botting talents, hit me up, because I can write you a pretty decent bot to do this.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. I mean, you could never have any sort of like AI playing, but you could mindlessly drop stuff.
Yeah.
You guys heard it here. If you want to buy a script for 5 epics, you can do it.
If you want to risk your account and quite possibly criminal charges for 5 epics. 5 epics a week. Hey, 5 epics a week.
Think about that. That's a lot.
But you'd have to guarantee that you wouldn't even guarantee the win with that script, because somebody could actually play and beat you if they really no lifed it.
Yeah.
But
answer the original questions, man. Event leaderboard, it's cool. I'm glad that they keep adding stuff to the game, but it's worthless and I don't care.
Right. It's another thing for some people to get some more rewards, which I'm always down for more rewards, no matter where they come from or no matter how worthless they might be.
It'll piss me off when they put like outfits and stuff locked behind it.
Yeah,
because I'm gonna be like, dude, fuck you. Do I give up my top 25 outfit for my my event locked outfit?
How long did it take you the other day to get from not the Silver Shield part, but from getting into Legendary just to get back to top 25? A couple hours.
I had internet issues that night. There were like sweeping internet issues all across the country that evening, so I had to stop at 50. I think 50 is what I ended at, but that only took me maybe a couple hours.
So I'm assuming there was no internet issues. You could go from rank 12,000 L to top 25 within a movie, right?
Oh yeah, no problem. No problem.
You can get it.
That's true. You could get them, like get way above the event points, and then in 2 hours,
yes, I could
grind there.
If I really wanted to spend all that time, I guess I could do it.
You don't know how cool of an outfit. It could be a great hat. Who knows?
If Red Lynx is listening and they ever want to like blackmail me with like an outfit that I need the Mountie outfit. I just need the shirt. I don't need the hat. I just need the shirt to complete my perfect Stalin new kid.
Mount me.
It's just got like the medals on it and stuff, and the little strap in it. It looks like it's the perfect Stalin outfit for me.
That red too, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'd wear it in white. I'd wear it in white, you know, but but even so, yeah.
Yeah, and I think Scorpion Dawn, you're right. It gives people who would never have a chance to compete in the ladder to maybe have a chance to compete in something, which is fine. That's okay. I'm okay with that. And like I said, it's free rewards, whatever. Even if you get 2 commons, whatever.
Yeah, this is true. It does allow competition on different levels, but I kind of think that that's what challenge mode is for.
Yeah, that's true. But then like the low end can't do challenge mode anymore. But the low end could still event leaderboard it up, I guess.
Potentially.
I wouldn't want to.
If you're on that low of the end, that low of the spectrum, though, you're not gonna be
playing enough.
Yeah, playing enough to hold that spot.
I don't know, man. I've learned that there's a lot of weird fucking people out there that'll do weird stuff for no reason. There'll be some level 10 who's like, oh my god, a leaderboard, I'm gonna do this. I can play every day. I could do it.
Yeah.
Godspeed, level 10s.
Godspeed.
Man, all right, so along with the leaderboard, a little intermission here. What is there a type of leaderboard, as far as the events go, that you think would actually be effective in some way? Maybe not event points, maybe something else somehow, and maybe I don't even know what it would be. You could do wins, but then you can't trust that people are using an event deck and getting the wins.
I would say I always go back to this: consistent wins within your bracket. So like SDNW, consistent top 25 wins, and then consistent top 250 wins, consistent top 1000 wins. It would give everybody different brackets, different rewards. Top 25 would have better rewards, and it would give incentive to rank up too.
Yeah, they could tier out the event leaderboard to be kind of like the end of season stuff where you get different stuff, and then if you, let's say I fall out of no, but that would be like, because I could fight with SDNW and get knocked down, and all of a sudden I'm in that tier.
Oh shit! I don't know.
You don't know.
Well, no, I mean I could just if I was someone who could beat you up there, and then I lose and I get knocked down. I'm not sure how that would work.
You could get more points for getting, like, SDNW would lose less points, just like the standard Elo. Like you could gain more and he would lose less.
That's true. All right, here's what it is. Instead of during the event, they do a PvP event leaderboard for like a week, and then it's every win you get based on who you beat gives you points or something like that. And then whoever wins.
Shit. Yep, I like that.
That'd be pretty cool. All right, so a little intermission here before we move on to Mr. Hankey. NAMBLA has made a 4th team, NAMBLOS, NAMBLOS. Drop an app if you want to be part of the NAMBLA family.
Yeah, man.
Me and SDNW.
NAM fam game.
Me and SDNW are co-leading that for now.
Yep.
Yep.
You know you want to be with Daddy SDNW. You know.
Everyone is welcome.
This is your chance.
Until we fill the team, and then we start cutting the fat.
Yes.
But
this is your chance.
This is your chance. Show your stuff. All right, now Mr. Hankey, the Christmas poo. Problem with the poo. What do you guys think? Apparently, the word on the street is that Mr. Hankey is gonna get Inuit Kenny-like stats. So
I am ready. My body is ready. I have a spot in my deck ready. He will be my Sam Bomb.
Who are you replacing?
Booster. Sam Bomb booster.
Who are you replacing with Hankey?
Hook Hand Clyde, my floating spot. So I have a floating spot that's either like Hook Hand Clyde, PCP, Power Binds,
I'm gonna make love to you, woman.
whatever random card I want. So I've got a floating
down
spot
by
continuously
the
in my deck
fire
to swap out.
and caress your
Yeah, I think
womanly
if they actually give him Inuit
body,
stats,
make your
he'll be
moan
maybe the best card
and
in the game.
perspire.
Right with Mecha. Like his charge is too strong to get extra like Setsam bombs or I mean just Witch Doctor token getting extra.
I was gonna
heals.
say I'm one away from my Witch Doctor token at level 4. My
Oof.
Psalm is at level 4, so I'll be sitting there with a level 4 Psalm and a level 4 Witch Doctor, and then I'll just drop a beastly fucking assassin to boot that is now boosting the the charge rate of my 2 already super strong cards.
In
All
the
right.
meantime, and then he's
Freaking
getting
nuts.
kills. He's going to be an assassin, so he's getting like a kill in the meantime. Like during all of that, he's going to get a kill for you.
Yeah, not to mention he's a little tiny little motherfucker. Like I've had times where I didn't even know he got played until I noticed that Marcus had a little extra animation to his charge. So he could sneak by somebody. He could be behind a Marcus and be blasting people, and you wouldn't even know. You're like, why is he dying so fast? And then the poop just comes out, and you're like, no, Mr. A. I mean, I remember one time I was gonna lightning bolt Stand of Many Moons, and I let go of the lightning bolt, and right when I did, the guy laid Hankey, and it pushed Stand of Many Moons out of the way, and it lightning bolted Hankey instead.
Rip, dude.
That made me cry, man.
He is such a small character. I've actually lost a bar due to certain circumstances of everyone, being on my side of the field. So they're taking aggro for my tower, and I just did not see Hankey hitting the tower because he's so goddamn small. He was just wailing away, and slowly but surely he ended up taking my bar, and I was just like, bro, what
You're
the
like, why
fuck
am I
was
taking
that?
damage? You're looking
What the
downfield
fuck
to see
was
if there's
that?
like a range 4 away that's hitting you. What the fuck's going on?
Exactly. I'm looking as like, are any of the ranged, somehow slipping by? No, here's a little fucking piece of shit hitting me on the side.
Oh man, yeah, he's good. It's a nice change. I mean, I don't know why he was so worthless to begin with.
Yeah.
But all right, with Mr. Hankey, what would you say are the top 3 cards to put with him? I'd say easily Stand of Many Moons, Mecha, and Witch Doctor. Easily, like no question.
Yeah. I don't think there's
CKI.
any doubt with those 3.
And then maybe the Randys after that.
Nah, I don't think Randy's too strong with them, to be honest.
Ooh, Program
Dude,
Stand probably in there. That'd be
I'm
good.
telling you, Canadian Knight is going to be sick.
That used to be an actual decent strat, running Canadian Ike with Robin Tweak and then dropping Hankey. But the thing is, Canadian Ike right now, my cards slap him down. I had someone play a level 6 Canadian Ike. They Robin tweaked him, and he ran up and just got slapped down before he could even do his shit. It wasn't even a thing.
But if he has Hankey out, he can get his shit like pretty quick, I would think.
He got like 3 slapped by whatever 2 cards I put on him. I put one of my assassins on him, and I think Stand of Many Moons, who didn't even use his charge. They just both like hit him at the same time, and he was dead. It just didn't take anything.
For Canadian Knight Ike to be good, you really have to kind of catch him off guard.
Yeah.
Because if
He's
you
no longer
have
one of
the
those
energy, if you have the energy to put down even 2 people, almost no matter what the 2 people are, right after he charges once or twice, they're gonna kill him before you can. I mean, unless you're stupid and lay an assassin that he one-shots or something, but.
Yep.
But yeah, he's pretty
Just
easy to play around.
Just drop Zen in front of him and drop an assassin on each side of him, and you're just like, what up, bitch?
Yeah. He can be good, but.
Yeah. I will say the only time I've ever lost to someone like 2,000 ranks below me was when they played back in the day, they played the Canadian Knight Ike with Robin Tweak, and then I tried power binding him. They purified. I tried like attacking them. They like blew like regen and hallelujah. They like their whole deck was all around it, and their Canadian Ike just kept going. He kept going, and then every time their Robin Tweak managed to die, because I was trying to just ignore him and slide cards past him, because they were just spending all this energy on the Canadian Knight Ike. Well, the Robin Tweak would die, and they'd eventually drop him again. Because this is back when it was random. You didn't have the last card that was whatever in order. It wasn't in order. So they're sitting there. They got 3 Robin Tweak buffs off on this little fucker. There was just no way. There was nothing I could do to kill him. I was just like, dude, you son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
I was running those fucking old school Exodia strats.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. That was one of those old school OP moves.
Like it'll work 1 out of every 30 games, but when it fucking works, game's
When
over,
it
man.
does, you're just like, dude, fuck
Fucking
you.
game over. You get that one YouTube clip and you call it a day.
Yep. All that elo, man. We weren't able to see the elo back then too. I can only imagine. Had to been like 400 for sure. It was disgusting. I was so pissed.
Yeah,
So
definitely. All right, so that's wrapping up the Hankey. We can maybe talk about him a little bit later when we're talking about the poo. Anyway, next challenge. Mostly talk about the designer deck challenge, which was 2 weeks ago. This last one, double damage, super simple concept. Honestly, thought it was pretty fun because it didn't change the meta necessarily at all, but it just changed how you played. Like you really had to prioritize getting that first hit in order to win fights and stuff. So it was pretty cool. I like the double damage a lot. But what do you guys think about the designer decks? That's more important.
Great idea. Horrible decks, and the RNG was trash, at least for me. But the idea is super cool.
Yeah, I was out within like 3 rounds, and I was just like, dude, fuck all of you. Actually, no, I shouldn't say that. I think I played like my first 2 matches and I won them. And then the next one I lost, and after I lost, I was just so frustrated that I was just like, no, I'm done. I'm done. This is stupid.
Yeah, I played him on stream. I think I played 3 or 4 runs. And yeah, my first one, I think I went like 1 in 3 or something. And all 3 of them were the Hallelujah deck. But then I do have to admit, the more you play it, the more you get a feel for not necessarily the deck you're playing, but the deck you're playing against. And then that really helps, because if you know, like, oh, this guy literally doesn't have any removal. He doesn't have Fireball. He doesn't have Lightning Bolt. He doesn't have UC. You know, so you can really play in a way that was different, which I kind of liked it. You could adapt it, because you could play Grand Wizard and never have to worry about him getting Unholy Combustion because no deck had it. So I thought that was kind of cool.
That's true.
But at the same time, yeah, the balance to the decks, some of it kind of sucked, and some of the decks were almost direct counters to the others, which did make it like an RNG. And especially with something that has a leaderboard like that, when you're you know, it's just basically how many runs can I do and get lucky on the ones. Because I remember every loss was Hallelujah to begin with.
I already hate challenge mode to begin with, and all that did was like make me even more pissed off. I was just like, no, now you're not letting me pick the deck. No, fuck you.
Yeah, I've noticed that it seems the higher ranked player you are in ladder, the less you like challenge mode, which makes sense. I mean, I don't really like it that much because I like playing with the cards that I've, you know, built up and spent time playing with. But
yeah, I think the number one thing that kills friendlies in challenge mode for me is I am so used to playing with my level cards. When Rogue Token was in my deck, I could not do friendlies with Rogue Token because it was just trash, you know?
But you expect him to kill an assassin and he doesn't.
Yeah, and then you just blew all that energy and you just you threw the game basically. So, and I'm also one of those people that when I have a deck that I like, I'm not fucking switching. Like I'm not gonna switch just for some random mode. I like playing what I play. So,
I think I have the same core challenge deck as almost everybody. You know, Belf and TMP and whatever else. And I learned exactly how they hit at that level. And beyond that, I just sub in a couple extra cards, whatever the challenge is.
Yeah, if I cared enough, I'm sure I'd get good.
I'm sure I'd be the greatest if I cared.
No. I definitely won't say that. But
if I was
better at it than I am.
Well, I think it's honestly so subjective because the way that they do the scoring is just, it's kind of luck. Where they made it so that it was possible where there's going to be the least amount of ties probably because there's like a lot of tiny little points. But at the same time, it's like, you know, all the top 10 people all have the same rank 12-0 or whatever. And it's like, what's the difference between that run and that one? Like, I got a couple people who gave up more than the other person who dropped a fucking Zen in front of me at the end of the clock. So it's like, who's going to get lucky and not face people to win? So That's the reason why I could never try to get a good. I play it to get the 12 wins, to get the rewards, and I don't give a shit about the leaderboard because that would just infuriate me. I don't know how you do it, Roman.
Your 5 epics. Jeez.
Is it 5 epics for challenge for the top spot? I don't even know. I've never even.
It's the same. It's the same thing. It's 5 epics.
Really?
Challenge mode's fun though. Like whenever it's a cool like concept, it deviates from like every normal match after match after match, and it goes towards your PvP pack. So that's cool.
Yeah, I burn through so much cash when I'm opening packs and doing challenge because you get 3 wins the first 5 pretty easily. It's like 4 packs in 5 games.
Spices the game up a little bit until Terrence, Phillip, and Blood Elf just are overplayed. Then it's not a little bit of variety. It's nice.
Yeah, that's why I liked the designer decks. You know, mix it up, get to play some shit that you don't normally or would never. And even if that frustrates you, you know, that's kind of the learn how to play other things. I don't know.
Shut up.
Learn how to play sci-fi, SDNW.
I will not learn how to play sci-fi.
I will have you know you are in the green though. I got you in the green in the overlay this time. So.
Good. I am Mystic, all right?
I am Mystic.
Jumped on the bandwagon. Look at this guy.
Jumped on the bandwagon. Fuck you, man. I'm the original.
Oh, man.
I'm the original. I was playing Mystic when Mystic was trash, man. I'm the original sexy nun Randy, all right?
You are the original sexy nun Randy. I can agree to that. All right, so that kind of runs through everything we had with Phone Destroyer. We're gonna switch over to South Park, the episodes, unless you guys have anything else about the game. I don't really.
No, let's do it.
What about really quick? The NAMBLOS Discord's open now. If you guys didn't talk about it before.
I'll drop the link. Talk about it.
You guys are free to come and join. You'll get access to, a pretty good portion of our channels. So you can come and hang out with Glanzer, SDNW, anybody that you see on the leaderboard. We're hanging out. It's open now. It's been open for a couple of weeks. So come join, chill, invite your friends. Hirsch just joined today. So obviously we're pretty welcoming. So
come on in, man. Hirsch is in our Discord now.
Yeah.
Hirsch is here, so we're pretty welcoming.
Oh,
no. Honestly, Oni, there is one person in there that I honestly was gonna tell you, like, dude, you should just get rid of him. It's gonna cause problems. But if he doesn't say anything to me, then I'll let it go. But the moment something happens, I might be like, dude, you got to get rid of him, or else it's gonna be a shit show.
I will say I was concerned when we opened it up to the public, but things have been going all right so far.
Yeah, we've gotten maybe I shouldn't say this on your fucking stream, but we've gotten rated a couple times, but it got put out in like 25 seconds.
Yeah, we got it set up so it's not like they could do anything or bother anybody important.
So come hang out.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But whoever did that rating though rated like every SPPD server and dropped random shit in it. It was really funny actually. There was that one with that really that chick taking that poop where the asshole just opens up and you guys remember that one? That was ridiculous.
I saw it.
I'm kind of glad I missed that.
That was like impressive. Like the amount of tension that held until it dropped, it was like, what? It's like when the coyote runs out and just stays in the air before he falls, you know? That's what was happening.
So if you're listening, Red Links, want to get into that beta, so...
Yeah, hit us up with that beta code. All right, let's talk...
fucking beta. I'm SDNW.
Let's start talking about South Park, the episodes.
One more thing. If I don't get in that beta, I'm going to be so pissed. Out of anyone who should be in that fucking beta, it's me.
He's going to quit. He'll quit.
I'm going to quit, Red Links. I'm going to quit.
I'll make my own beta testing.
I'll go back to developing my clone game. I'll go back to developing the clone. No, fuck off. Take your money.
North Park tablet builder.
That's a good name for it. I had a few friends that we had started working on a clone version of the game, and it was fun for a little bit, but we're just like, all right, none of us had time for it, so we kind of did different things. I just started playing that Minion Master game. That's kind of like a clone of it, so that's enough for me.
All right, South Park episode.
More
Was it
South
2? A Boy and His Priest? Is that the second one?
Yes, that's number 2.
All right, so the themes of that one were Catholic priests touching little boys, and was that it? That was it, wasn't it? There wasn't a nuance to it at all.
I'd say that, and the just general awkwardness of priests having completely platonic relationships with boys. But I guess that kind of fits into the same thing. So
Yeah, I suppose.
because Maxie and Butters had, just this innocent relationship. You were waiting for him to straight up molester that kid. But,
I got molested.
yeah, but it just never happened. It was just, a Butters innocent relationship thing. And like they had the people in the movie theater like looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm sure everyone felt that same way. Like when Maxie put his arm around Butters, and they're sitting on the park bench, and Butters put his hand on his leg, and it was just like, dude, don't do it, Butters.
I almost thought Butters was gonna molest him.
Right?
That's what I thought was gonna happen. He'd be he'd put his finger on his mouth.
Actually. That would have been great. That would have been great.
The birthday party scene killed me.
Oh man,
was it Craig's birthday?
Yeah, Clyde's
birthday. Yeah, that was.
There's something on this child's face, but I can't tell if it's birthday cake or cum. Well, it's an 8-year-old's birthday party. Of course, it's cum.
Of course, it's cum. Oh yeah, I thought actually my favorite part of that whole episode was when Randy came down when he was playing board games with the kids.
Oh my god!
And instead of getting mad, he starts laughing, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta get a picture of this! Like, let me show the guys; they're never gonna believe it."
Even before the plot of the episode develops, and they just go to church to rip on him, that was funny as shit.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Like when they're talking about getting healed, like they feel better after every Sunday. I did not expect that.
Yeah.
I fucking laugh.
Yeah, because I was like, man, I didn't think they were religious or anything. What? And then and then they all come out and they're all happy.
Yeah. And what does it
good
mean
stuff.
when God says that He gave His only begotten Son? Well, if you're a cute boy at a Catholic priest swimming party, you better be. What was it?
He was like, be getting.
Yeah, you better be getting going. Just like, dude.
Yeah,
there were so many good jokes.
And the Cumboni was a classic. I really wish that on his Enrage he jumped on the Cumboni.
I do too. Before I knew it was Maxie, that was the card. Like, I kind of hope that it's like a Cumboni, like legendary spell card where the Cumboni just rolls.
Just wipes it all.
It just starts wasting people.
Oh man, no, that would be cool though. Think about a card that like drops on the midline and pushes everybody back to their own new kid.
Yeah.
And it like resets and then everyone comes at each other again and then there's just this epic fight in the middle.
That could be cool.
It should be like just a 9 energy, very slow unholy combustion.
Yeah, just rolls over, just everyone dying.
It's like a death ball that you'd have to try to avoid.
Yep.
That'd be pretty funny.
It'd be like the old days of splitting Zen Cartman. You start running top, so Zen goes top, then everyone goes bottom.
Yeah, I think it's hilarious how some of the tanks grab from so far away, where you're like, oh, I'm gonna just ignore this Zen up here, and then Zen starts slowly coming all the way down.
I mean, obviously not to segue back into South Park Phone Destroyer, but I think that Zen needs his taunt range back to what it was in fucking December of last year. Bring it back, baby.
Zen does not need a goddamn thing. It's a 3 energy ultra tank.
I don't know, man. Zen feels like the worst tank now.
He's worse, but he was incredible before. He was perfect.
He was perfect before they nerfed his fucking range. Now you got 2-drop goddamn, what's his name, Enforcer Jimmy coming out with a full field AoE at level 6.
It's not that much.
It is.
Yeah,
it
level
is.
6 Enforcer's insane.
Level 6 Enforcer, you drop him center line and he'll take up the entire field. Top
I know,
bottom.
I have him.
Top to bottom. Cancer.
Thanks for the Enforcers, SDNW.
Cancer. Yeah, I know. That's another one of those cards that's one of the reasons why you'll never see me play sci-fi is I just don't have the cards.
You're so far
for it to
behind.
give them all away.
That's how I feel in fantasy, because all of the good fantasy cards are still common ones, and I can't.
This is semi-true, yeah.
So I just can't do it. Because I could play Mystic because I had the epics and the legendaries. I don't have any of the commons because I never requested them. But yeah. So the A Boy and His Priest was pretty straightforward. As far as the social satirical tinge to it, it's pretty obvious what it was about and pretty a mainstream view. I thought they did it very well though. I thought it was one of the funniest jokes about Catholics fucking little boys that I've ever watched.
I think one of the best things to come out of that episode was Bill Donahue's response to it.
Oh God.
The leader of the American Catholic Coalition. Him like freaking out, making a big like flaming response about it.
Dude, and he's like, this was completely false. They're not all pedophiles. Most of them are homosexuals.
I know. It's like, dude, do you hear what you're saying right now?
I'm not denying the molestation.
Could not make this up. Someone could not make this up. You are fucking. You're the one saying this. This is too insane.
I'm not denying the molestation at all, but I'm just saying they're doing it for a different reason.
That's why they did it. It's the fucking gays, everybody. It's those
over-sexualized choir boy outfits, man.
You know? Those robes, man. Those robes.
They have to reach up to put out the candle, and then it's just.
Pretty much have to.
Man. All right, let's move on to the next one. Problem with the Poo, which was the themes in this one. I would say is,
the themes in this one were Roseanne,
Kavanaugh, but like the theme,
PC culture in America,
enrage culture too.
Yeah, and the documentary A Problem with Apu from The Simpsons. If no one caught that.
Oh yeah, in the last minute.
Yeah.
Problem with Apu. Get it?
Yes.
I'll put it in chat so everybody gets it.
The end bit was funny, and then changing it to hashtag cancel the Simpsons. So that I mean, the final line with the poo, and then the sometimes PC babies don't even know what they're crying about. Stole the whole episode for me. That line killed me.
I laughed my ass off when Hankey started beating the shit out of Kyle, and everybody just walked away while he was just beating the shit out of him on stage.
Yeah.
But so the whole Kavanaugh Roseanne thing, pretty great. I thought it was actually really interesting to me because I had just watched the Joe Rogan podcast that Roseanne was on, and so that it was like 2 hours of kind of talking about the whole thing. So it kind of segued right into it. Man, Ambien will fuck you up, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny.
I was really tired and I took some Ambien.
It was 2 a.m. and I took some Ambien, which is like pulled straight out of like a Roseanne
And then
tweet.
I got on Twitter.
Yep. I was doing some Ambien tweeting on Twitter.
I love it how at the end, after everything, he's still sitting there on the sidewalk. I took some Ambien.
Yeah.
That's why I beat the shit out of you, Kyle. I took some Ambien. Oh man. And then the PC babies, where they just start crying anytime somebody like Hankey comes out and he's like, "Hey guys," and the PC babies start crying.
Yep.
Or the doctor comes out with a shirt that says Speedy Gonzalez on it, and he's got a sombrero and shit, and the babies start crying. Yep. And then it's so funny because everybody understands that that's why they're crying, because he's like, "Oh, are these PC babies?" They're the most PC babies I've ever seen.
When I saw Vice Principal Strong Woman was pregnant, I was like, "Oh dear God, please let the baby be wearing Oakleys." And there were 5 babies wearing Oakleys. Jesus Christ.
They're the most PC babies I've ever seen.
I was probably gonna push forward with the Strong Woman's character because she seems kind of bland to me. Like it's just a build off of PC Principal, which is fine, but I don't care.
She's
about
a strong woman, Chris. How dare you?
Woman.
How
Exactly.
dare you question her character? She is clearly the most developed character. Hashtag microaggression.
I think she is a perfectly fine character and needed to go along with PC Principal. So,
Yeah.
however, it is different. It is different coming from a woman rather than stereotypical white male. It kind of makes PC Principal that much more hilarious. But,
well, the funniest part is when they interact, where he's trying so hard to be PC and still fails at it and still says stuff that can be taken the wrong way.
There's nothing he can do because he's a male. There's nothing he can do.
He's like, I don't need your help. No, the PC Principal face where it's like he's like lifts her up and it's like his gums are showing.
His face is so good. I wish I could do that face.
It's just like, what?
It's too much.
Oh shit.
And yes, Jibman, I agree that Vice Principal Strong Woman should have a card. I look forward to what future episodes hold for new cards in the game.
Yeah, it's neat that they're doing them. Like we got Maxi. I wouldn't have doubted seeing Strong Woman from this episode, but they can't do it every episode. They're not trained, Matt.
They did Marcus in the last season.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are all cards that were in the original. Like, we knew that these were all coming already still. Like,
yep, this is true. These are all ones that have been data mined a lot.
Was Maxi data mined? I don't know. I feel like they made that one.
Yeah, no, he was.
Maxi was data mined back at the start.
He had different card art, but we knew he was coming forever.
Well, I have imagined the name was just there, but they didn't have like the Enrage Mechanic or anything like that set out in stone.
Now that Hankey's gone for Christmas, if they don't bring Hankey back, are we gonna get a Santa card or a Jesus card?
Ooh.
Give me another Mystic.
Ooh.
Give me more Mystic cards. We need
That's
more
true.
Mystic.
It'd have to be Mystic. Well, I mean, Jesus could be fantasy.
No. Jesus is Mystic. Data mined.
It was a joke.
His data mined ability was heals all Mystic cards.
All Mystic cards?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's interesting to only be Mystic.
Yeah.
Well, why would you ever run anything else?
Obviously, it's up for change, but
Jesus sounds like he'd fit well into sci-fi. Cap says.
I think they just have like the voice lines already. They could probably change it to something else if they felt like it. They just got the big old bag of voice lines and shit from Matt and Trey.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
No more Mystic cards, Gamer Chick says.
More Mystic. Need more Mystic.
I thought
it's the best theme, man. It's the best theme.
It's growing on me. I'm playing it more now, but I still hate Pope. I think anyone who plays Pope sucks.
Dude, Pope is so nice. I'm so happy that he's finally usable.
Yeah, dropping that one energy was nice. I wish the one change.
It wasn't even just the one energy drop. I mean, the one actually super nice, but the fact that now he hits like a goddamn truck.
God, what's he like 200 or some shit? Fuck me, that's a lot.
Let me pull up my phone. Let me find out what my level 5 max is hitting at, because it's a lot.
Yeah, that's so much.
He hurts people.
Somebody told me just in regards to the new meta changes, real quick. I was posting him our deck discussion or whatever. I was like, I was ranking up. I said I had to. I don't think I'm playing Man Bear Pig right. I had to sub him for STJ to go over top 250. And just the next reply was like, imagine saying that 2 months ago. I was like, oh fuck
yeah, right. Yeah, okay, so my level 5 Pope Timmy is hitting for 209 damage per attack and has a health of 655.
Damn.
And when you consider that he's
Ninju
to res Ninju, yeah, he's just like a fucking...
That's like 400 damage he's going to be popping out.
Exactly. It's 300 with my level 3 Ninju.
Makes you throw up.
300 damage. Yeah.
That's disgusting, man.
Yeah. Too much.
Or you just drop Sam on the start, let Sam get lightning bolted or unholy combusted, and then you just drop Pope and you just kind of sit back and smile because now you just brought this extra monster behind stand up many moves.
You say thanks. I always say thanks for that. Thanks, dude. That's great. It's a great reset for me. It is ridiculously strong. I wouldn't doubt if Pope gets touched a little bit, but
no.
You never know.
They can't touch Pope. He was so trash for the entire game.
Can't touch the Pope. Can't touch Pope. He does all the touching.
Yes, he does.
I was thinking of a way to get there, and I couldn't get there. So thanks for lining it up for me.
All right. Anything else about South Park, guys? Have you heard of what the next episode's gonna be at all? They
No, I
usually
haven't heard
say
anything.
they usually drop a little preview on the weekend, I think.
Yeah, let me Google that right away. I'll Google see if there's any word.
Mm-hmm.
I
Do
don't
it.
see anything.
Otherwise,
Yes,
everybody,
so-
make sure you add your questions, exclamation point question or exclamation point Q space add, and then type your question, and we'll answer them at the end. We only have a few right now, so if you want to keep the pod going, you have the power by asking the question. We're at about an hour, which is good, which is kind of exactly where I wanted to be before questions. So this is perfect. This is perfect.
I have nothing on episode 4, so.
All right. Well, we're in the dark.
I knew that. I will say I did call. I thought the second episode would be a Brett Kavanaugh episode, but episode 3. So I was close.
I really feel like
on the first stream.
I really feel like the first episode was done quite a while ago, and now the rest of them they're doing in the week time.
Did you guys
Yeah, I
read
think-
with everything going on? Sorry to interrupt. Everything going on with like Eminem's album and everything. There should be an episode where Kenny does a mumble rap album.
That'd be funny.
That'd be pretty
funny,
good.
'cause I really enjoyed the Machine Gun Kelly just getting absolutely bodied by Eminem. Like, thinking that he was the hottest shit in the world and just talking all kinds of shit on, like, Breakfast Club and everything. And then Eminem bodies him, and then he acts like Eminem didn't do shit to him, and then he releases a fucking mumble rap album and that just bombs. Absolute terrible album.
It was
So
brutal,
funny.
but I still think it's win-win. Like Machine Gun
Oh, yeah.
Kelly is not good to me. Like it's not my taste really. But
Yeah.
he's sufficiently richer now, no matter what.
I'll be honest, the only thing I've ever heard from Machine Gun Kelly was his diss track to Eminem.
It's like his
Yeah.
best track. That's like his,
I know my
the
little
most
brother. My
listenable.
little brother's like a big Machine Gun Kelly fan, and I need to get around to him and yo, bro, like you need to change your taste up. I
He's
mean,
on tour
I know I like Broken Side, but you like Machine Gun Kelly.
He's touring with Fall Out Boy right now. Like I don't know what this world is.
I know.
I don't know what's
And
happening.
Chris,
Fall Out
Chris,
Boy?
I know you have a Fall Out Boy tattoo, but Fall Out Boy sucks too.
Fall Out Boy. You know what? This is a different podcast. All right.
now it's the music podcast.
No, I'm not going there right now.
Oh, I want to talk shit about Fall Out Boy too. Let's do it. I'm just kidding. I like Fall Out Boy's songs. Although I think Pete Wentz is a piece of shit, but that's a different story too.
What has P. Wentz done to you?
What hasn't he done to me?
Exactly. What hasn't he done?
Did P.
Thanks for
Wentz
the
touch you
memories.
guys?
Leave out all the vowels, make me spell them wrong on my spelling test.
No, I'm sorry. That's how you learned how to spell all those words. It's from through Fallout
How'd
Boy.
you learn how to spell?
I mean, through Fallout Boy, obviously.
Oh shit. All right, guys. We're going to move on to the questions. I don't know how many we got, but we're going to wrap it up either way. I'm pulling them up. All right, question number 1.